Last week, Curtis Razor Blaydes had a one-sided contest win over Alexander Volkov. Now, was Uncle Dana impressed? Well, let's take a look at the post-fight press conference. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit here, but Dana basically says there's no way Curtis Razor Blaydes is getting a shot at the title anytime soon. He talked all this shit all week, and it wasn't worth it. He was unimpressive. Blah, 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 blah. No title shot, nothing. Well, people are mad about this, but they are the ones who made the decision to put a wrestler against a striker. Now, this stands the test of time. If a wrestler goes against a striker, the wrestler's going to take down the wrestler. Now, I mean, what do you think was going to happen? Did you think Curtis Razor Blaydes was going to go and watch the Bruce Lee documentary and all of a sudden he was going to come off like, ah, yeah, and do some kung fu shit? No. He's going to go in and take his ass down. I mean, it's the equivalent of like putting your pretty girlfriend in an audition with Harvey Weinstein alone and being like, oh, well, I wonder what's going to happen. Trust me, my friend, a star is being born. Anyway, we got to look at this thing from a different perspective. Curtis Razor Blaydes goes and weighs in on the topic saying, hey, I did what I was supposed to do. I won, goddammit. I have a 4-fight win streak. There's no one ahead of me. Really, there's no one behind me that you could possibly make a fight with. I'm good with waiting around until I get a title shot. Now, who are the guys in front of him right now? You got Stipe Miocic, who's champion. Daniel Cormier, who's only going to fight once more before he retires. And then 3, you got Francis Ngannou. And that's exactly who he's lost to twice. Because when you fight Francis Ngannou, gone you are going to be. So they're not going to make that fight. He's beaten a bunch of guys in back of him. He's saying, hey, man, I'm good. Both of y'all are looking at this the wrong way. The UFC picks title contenders like The Bachelor does its rose ceremony. Colby Covington won the interim title at welterweight, had all the smoke set up with Tyron Woodley. We've been calling him out for almost a year, talking all that shit. He wanted all the smoke. What happens when a pretty young girl when you court a pretty young girl? They want commitment. And that's what Colby wanted. He wanted more money for fighting a big name title fight. And so what did Dana do? He finds himself in bed with a giant Nigerian snack in Kamaru Usman, whispering sweet nothings in his ear. Who's my little champion? Who's my little champion? You're my little contender. Yeah, that's right. The rose ceremony goes to you. So he goes and picks Kamaru Usman, completely blows up his big monster fight that he had going on. Kamaru becomes champion. So what's Colby have to do? He has to go ahead and he has to go and beat Robbie Lawler convincingly to even get a shot at the title that was supposedly his to begin with. Now let's run this back again. He did the exact same thing with Jorge Masvidal. He's going ahead. He's telling Jorge everything. Dana's telling Jorge everything he wants to hear. He's rolling his fingers around his hair. He's going and sniffing his hair. Hey, that sounds presidential, doesn't it? Anyway, he's telling him everything he wants to hear. And then what does he go and do? He goes and finds himself in bed with a 22-inch neck Brazilian named Gilbert Burns. He goes and burns Jorge Masvidal for that title contention shot. No more. This is a rose ceremony. This is exactly like The Bachelor. Don't get yourself twisted about anything differently. And now, who's exactly in back of Curtis Razor Blaydes at the moment? Well, the only guy that he hasn't beaten is Derek Lewis. And trust me, he has a fight lined up right now with Alexei Olenek. If he wins in August, Dana White will be balls deep on that hype train, trust me. Now, and also, Ngannou's going to get the first shot at the title. They already know this. The winner between DC and Miocic is going to go to Ngannou. We know that. Now, does Curtis Blaydes want to wait out until that plays out? No. I guarantee you, if Derek Lewis wins in August, he's going to get the title shot before Curtis Blaydes. Dana White wants him to keep busy. And so, hey, it doesn't matter what the rankings are. It's whose ever hair Dana sniffed last is going to get that title contention. And if I'm Curtis Blaydes with that win, I'm waiting to see what happens with the Derek Lewis fight. Derek Lewis loses. I've beaten that guy who beat Derek Lewis right now. I deserve the title shot. However, if Derek Lewis wins, he's going to have to fight Derek Lewis. There's no way about it. Curtis Blaydes will have to fight, and that will solidify his reign with the title. Then you, Curtis Blaydes, will be the Bachelor of the UFC heavyweight division. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and like and all that kind of stuff like that. Make sure to follow me and join the millions at No Remorse Sports. I'm telling you, it's one freaking word. You can't screw this up. Just go ahead and follow, baby. Peace.